I'm alive. Oh my goodness, I'm alive. Can you see me? I can't see me. It's not showing me anymore. Maybe because it would make me insecure. Ooh, so afraid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. I know I'm like that. I'm facetious. Um, I have reasons, but I'm not here to explain them. It's still no excuse. I know. So anyway, we're gonna listen to my new album I produced. I did not make the instruments. Oh my goodness. Just want to be honest. Okay. So anyway, I figured I seriously have no life right now, which is good. Good stuff. Um, that I could use the time that I have to. I'm going to turn that down and make sure it doesn't overpower anything. Serve the Lord. The time that I have to serve the Lord. And I just want to talk about the book of Proverbs in the Bible. This is like my millionth Bible. I've gone through so many of these things. Um, I've been in states of fear that have caused me to reach out blindly and test God, and He was there. Um, which is really crazy to explain. But it wasn't just once, it was like so many times. And He was reliable for me. You know, I'm still here. I'm still here. So anyway, when I read the Bible the first time, I was also reading A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. My friend, um, we call her Kai Tai. She had her now husband Jake let me borrow the book one night after we played Dungeons and Dragons. It was mimosa night. I didn't drink or anything. I was getting good with God and all that. Um, so anyway, I was like, okay, let's see what Stephen Hawking says. And I read his book and I read the Bible at the same time, not like sitting there at the same time and going one word at a time between the two or anything. Um, but I would read the Bible and pray to God because, like, something in me knew there was a God. Um, that's where it is, like, if you're just able to sense something higher than you, something watching over you. You know, I used to describe God like he was a child playing with action figures, or we were the Sims and Jesus was his avatar in order to communicate to us with us on that level. Anyway, it was a whole thing. But I found that Stephen Hawking's book, um, I would read like 6 chapters from the Bible. I hate the number 6 now, by the way. It's just a thing. And then I would read like a chapter of A Brief History of Time. And I would take it slow and I would read out loud. I felt really guilty in my life for what I had done. Um, so I was like, I really owe it to God to like read his word out loud, which is what I'm gonna do today. Um, we're gonna read Proverbs. I gotta get up early, but that's okay. So anyway, Stephen Hawking's book didn't get me to think that he knew anything more than anybody else down here. He was just a theorist who had a good sense of humor, you know? Anyway, so I asked Jake, Katie's husband, um, where does he like disprove God? And Jake was all like, oh, that's the second book. And I'm like, I am not reading a whole nother book where you had to have gone to the same alma mater and like learned all the jargon to understand this man's theory of black holes and the million acrobatics my brain would have to perform to like wrap my mind around why he thought this assumption led to the next point, led to the next assumption, led to the next point. based on assumptions. I see the chain, is what I'm saying. Anyway, point is, when I read the Bible, Proverbs was the one that got me. The book of the Bible of Proverbs. It really changed my life and made me assess myself, because I was always like, well, what is a perfect person supposed to be like? You know what I mean? I met so many people, and I don't think anybody got it right, myself included, except Jesus. You know? That's a lot of words. But anyway, so I'm going to read Proverbs. The beginning of knowledge, 1. Okay? Take a look. It's probably backwards or something. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. Okay. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and an enigma, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. It says, shun evil counsel. My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not forsake the law of your mother, for they will be They will be a graceful ornament on your head, and chains about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait to shed blood. Let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol. Sheol has an A next to it, so footnote 112a, or the grave. So that would say, let us swallow them alive like the grave. And whole, like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all kinds of precious possessions. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Oh, those were all things evil people said. All the way down to, let us all have one purse. Ooh. What did they say? Let's see that again. This is what evil people say. They say, I'm going to go back to, my son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait to shed blood. Let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive like Sheol. Swallow them alive like Sheol, like the grave. They also say, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We shall fill all kinds of precious possessions. We shall find all kinds of precious possessions. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. That's what evil people say. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread, and the sight of any bird, but they lie in wait for their own blood. They lurk secretly for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who is greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. The call of wisdom. Okay. Wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the open squares. She cries out in the chief concourses. A. 121. A Septuagint, Syriac, and Targum read, top of the walls. Vulgate reads, the head of multitudes. Okay. She cries out in the chief concords. At the openings of the gates in the city, she speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? For scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my rebuke. Surely I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make my words known to you. Because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no one regarded. Because you disdained all my counsel and would have none of my rebuke, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your terror comes. When your terror comes like a storm, and your destruction comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me. Guys, there's so much more to this book. It goes places. I swear. This changed my whole life on how I should behave. It is written from a male's angle, though. So a lot of times in reference, and this culture's gonna hate that. They're gonna automatically hate that. Before I read the Bible, I also had predispositioned myself as like a person that thought girls were being held down by a patriarchy, kind of. I'm gonna leave this video up because it's just honest. Doesn't mean I'm right about everything. I'm just saying from where I'm sitting, like this is what I've come up with while trying to navigate life. Anyway, I thought that the Bible was mean. Or it's like Melanie Martinez says, you treat your women like a leviathan. Like, I'm surprised she even knew that word. But she doesn't know the difference between Catholic and Christian. Yikes. So anyway. No offense to Catholics out there, but like, the Pope is not biblical. And evolution is not real. And I'm a theorist. Anyway, you know me. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, let's continue. There's somebody here. It's just me chilling with my cats. Because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, they would have none of my counsel, and despise my every rebuke. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled to the full with their own fancies. For the turning away of the simple will slay them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will dwell safely, and will be secure, without fear of evil. How's that for chapter 1? Oh! I'm just kidding. The Bible's intense if you let it become visually expansive in your mind. I think that's the difference between like people who've read the Bible and people who've read the Bible and don't believe it. Is like you either, you know, did it wash over you like a good story like Harry Potter, or were you like there? You know what I mean? I think it takes praying and a Holy Spirit. Like, once you experience the Holy Spirit, you just, like, you can't really go back. And, the Holy Spirit is not something you can, like, drug yourself into. It's, like, a place where you're just completely, empty of worldly desire. And then you're kind of like, what's left? Dude, I've been through some incredible moments in my life that were so off the cuff. I'm not proud of them or anything, but like, whoa, you know? And it's like, okay, I gotta act normal now and come back from that and rationalize that into my spectrum of understanding things. Yeah. Hey, if anybody ever gets around to commenting, go ahead. Be like, you jerk. You just such a jerk. I don't even hate gay people. I don't hate the LGBTQ people. I grew up with like a lot of friends from them, and I loved them when they were innocent. But when they were like being perverted, and they did, and it made me really uncomfortable to the point where I thought, shouldn't they know better? Like, why should I feel bad about not speaking up? Why do I have to feel bad about being like, no, there's like God's word, and I'm friends with God. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he got to me first. I'm very fortunate in that regard. God blessed me with knowing him very early on in my life, and I never let go. You know, I really screwed up my relationships because they didn't understand that I took God seriously, and they were more secular. And I unfortunately caused traumatic events for everybody. Even my own family, they were more secular too. And I'm the one that God was like, I'm the one that God was like, I'm gonna use her, this broken creature, to stir the world up and get them thinking again. And I get to be that broken creature that does that for now. Onward. Alright, so we're gonna go on to the value of wisdom, chapter 2. Chapter 2. My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the paths of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path. When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you, understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil, and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and who are devious in their paths, to deliver you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words, who forsakes the companion of her youth. And I'm sorry to pat out there. I was a terrible person because I didn't know that I was going to destroy what was actually a good thing. Oops. Man. Oh, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house leads down to death, and her paths to the dead. None who go to her return, nor do they regain the paths of life. So you may walk in the way of goodness, and keep to the paths of righteousness. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it. Ooh, how's that? Okay, guidance for the young. Chapter 3. My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and long life and peace they will add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart, and so find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Direct has an A, 3 6 A, or make smooth or straight your paths. That's a common that's a common verse to see, and people argue. Um, it actually this verse freed me. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. First of all, because my friend Katie, she has a wonderful mother, Heather, and Heather had like a picture in her bathroom about God saying that, and it was awesome. Oh my gosh, I should check on Katie's parents, see how they're doing. Why am I not doing that? Alright, I'm gonna read it again one more time because I feel like if you haven't heard this a million times, it's something to ponder. The Bible's like a whole lot of pondering. It really makes you question yourself, convict yourself, or hate God. You know, like you you find yourself questioning how aligned you are with what you're reading. And like if so, if God really made this book through divine inspiration among all these different authors of unknown origins throughout thousands of years, and they all somehow synchronized together and found their way magnetically to one completed book that's reinterpreted over and over and over again for centuries and centuries and centuries. This is like a timeless thing that we don't realize. It seems like it's 2D, like a Timu sun catcher. You guys don't realize how deep Christianity goes. It's just so important that you know your divinity is a real thing, and the world around you that you call like a simulation is kind of a psyop, actually. And it turns out God actually did this, and he did it with Jesus Christ. And like it's poetry in motion, you know? That's what he did. Alright, pardon. Pardon. I'm a sinner too. I hate myself. But Jesus saved me. And I've been working on embracing being saved and conforming to what he wants. So he did save me, and now I gotta like get my nerves and body okay with knowing that he's real, you know? It's okay to calm down and not tell people, oh my gosh, I have the answer, oh my gosh. Because people don't like that. They really aren't digging that. And then I get really snappy, and it's like the friends I grew up with, like I actually really love them. I don't ever want to hear about their... I just want to be good with God. You know what I mean? Can you respect my boundaries? Oh gosh. I want to go to heaven, okay? Don't hurt me. That's what I really want to say to everybody. Oh my gosh, like, I know what I got to get through life. It's a test. It's still a test, man. Still a test. I feel like test your free will. You know, will you be fooled into rationalizing evil so you can gain things in the temporary and ephemeral timescape? You know? Alright, I'm gonna stop with my banter. Girls are not really supposed to preach. It does say that, and I gotta get back into reading the Bible. I'm not saying I'm getting older, because I'm just enduring. Here I am, I'm still the same organism here. Oh, you're an age, you're a number, you're a statistic. Did you know all empirical evidence is anecdotal? Alright, guidance for the young. Chapter 3. My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and long life and peace they will add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart, and so find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord, and depart from evil. It will be health to your flesh, literally drink or refreshment, and strength. Oh, I'm sorry, I want to get this right. It will be health to your flesh, 3a, literally navel, figurative of the body, and strength, B, literally drink or refreshment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your possessions, and with the first fruits of all your increase, so your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor detest his correction. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects, just as a father the son in whom he delights. Because you want them to do well. You kind of favor them, you know? You like them. You're like, no, don't go that way. Go this way. This will be better for you. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days is in her right hand, in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy are all who retain her. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths were broken up, and clouds dropped down the dew. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so they will be life to your soul, and grace to your neck. Then you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor of trouble from the wicked when it comes. For the Lord will be your confidence, and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do so. Do not say to your neighbor, "Go and come back, and tomorrow I will give it," when you have it with you. Do not despise evil against your neighbor, for he dwells by you for safety's sake. Do not strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm. Do not envy the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the perverse person is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret counsel is with the upright. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the just. Surely he scorns the scornful, but gives grace to the humble. The wise shall inherit glory, and shame shall be the legacy of fools. Whoa, that was intense. How are you doing today? It's been all about me. I like to get it out of the way. You having a good day? Think about stuff? I'm probably a controlling person because I like to frame up conversations so that they're conducted well. But I have ADHD and other things, I guess. Oh, I'm a sinner. You know what I mean? Every day I'm calling it out on you guys, on me. I'm like, oh, is it close to perfect? Is it perfect yet? Being stupid. All right. The value of wisdom. Oh, is that where I left off? Let's see. Listens to me will dwell safely. Alright, here we go. We're on chapter 4, Security and Wisdom. Hear, my children, the instruction of a father, and give attention to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Do not forsake my law. When I was my father's son, tender and the only one in the sight of my mother, he also taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my words. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and in all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor. When you embrace her, she will place on your head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory she will deliver to you. That's another thing that people don't realize. It just occurred to me. God's a poet. You know what I mean? I mean, he made both male and female, but he, uses poetry as a way to intertwine them. So a lot of times when verses are used, out of context, I'll see that, and I'm like, it's out of context because it was in a tone of a poem. Oops. Hold on. This better be good. I'm just kidding. Say go to bed. Aw. And this is a card I got at Walmart. My mom's not happy with me right now. She hasn't talked to me in like a week because of the whole Fauci thing. And I was just like, when I say no comment, I know I'm withholding information. I'll just say it. Ah! That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Jeff, Walmart man. I bought this that day and can you see that? I probably won't die now. I got work to do for the Lord. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay. Getting off track here. Hear, my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in right paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction, do not let go. Keep her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone... Whoa. This stuck out to me the other day. For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is like the shining sun, A 4:18, literally light, that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. Uh-oh. The way of the wicked. The way of the wicked. Does anybody know? Wicked people. Does anybody know wicked people? I do. They've made my heart so sad that I became wicked too. I hate that feeling. Ouch. You know what I mean? Oh, I hope somebody out there knows that they're not alone. You know what I mean? You're just chilling, doing whatever. Soak it in what the world's giving you today. I tried to make my own music so I could like escape the world. You know, make my own little little bubble. Just chill with my cats, really. Safe space. Nobody's here to do anything crazy and trying to be good for God in this crazy world. You know what I mean? Instead of looking around for the answers, I suggested it's not about me. Anyway, I look up. Like, what's up there? Stars? I hope you like this album. I really do. It's probably my favorite one. I kind of created it on the fly. I was all like, what can I do? Like, that feels complete. Like, where it's done, there's just this sudden moment where it's like, click, okay, move on, you know. And I kind of did it, like, off the cuff, like, whatever. But the key was getting back into organizing a playlist to tell a story. And being like, what goes here, what goes here? The very last song of this album is supposed to be like a zombie. Rising from the dead, you'll hear it. I mean, or you won't, because nobody's watching. I'm not trying to be famous or anything, but I want to spend my time somehow communicating for God, you know? Because that's all I can think about. Is like, he's watching me. Now I know, you know? So I better be on my best behavior because I know God's watching me now. All the time. You know? Here we have like AI and all this security and all this crap. And nobody seems to care because they're like, you're not doing anything wrong. Like, well, what if God was watching you and you knew the rules that he put in place? You know? Rules. And it's more than the 10 Commandments. And then, in the New Testament, some of these rules are like nullified, but only some of them, you know? And I still feel like I should be wearing a head covering in church as a female. There's certain female roles. Oh yeah, by the way, that's how I got over the whole female thing about the Bible being like sexist or whatever. Because back when I read it, it was like 2012 or something. The end of the world. We had a rapture party. I was hanging out with people who were living this. I'll say it now. It's if it's not godly, it's satanic. I don't even care anymore. I will just point it out. Like, I don't want any chip or fleck of that in my life. I have enough already. I'm a sinner. You know, it sucks. It already sucks knowing every day it's like not 100%. It will never be 100%, but I keep trying every day, you know? Keep trying every day. Trying to get a high score. That said. I'm switching tomorrow. 2 minutes into today, so never mind. Today. Alright. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is like the shining sun, literally light, that shines it ever brighter unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, give attention to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart. For they are life to those who find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. Boy, isn't that the truth? Your heart springs issues. Again, shout out to Pat. I'm so sorry. I abandoned you because I felt abandoned by my family, and it wasn't your fault. I know where to put you. We all got things we gotta get through of our life. We all got things. I still gotta get good with God every day. And that's what I'm trying to do. If you're trying to do it too, every day, your life does change as it grows. If you give God a chance. I can say from experience, and I remember what I was like before, and I knew God was real. I knew something bigger existed, and I knew I felt a presence as a child. So I used to say things like God in the universe, and I explored like Wicca and spooky stuff, ghost hunting, witchcraft. I wanted to know what the scariest thing was. I wanted to go to the extremes of things. What is the scariest sounding song? What is the scariest sounding song? So I looked up death chants and stuff. That kind of stuff, that's when it gets really scary, is when it gets real. But then I also thought you could fake that kind of stuff, or you can manufacture it too if you go and pursue videography. And I wanted to disturb people because I felt disturbed. So I pursued this stuff. My family life was really screwed up at home growing up. It's okay, I love them all now. And my mom is kind of disowning me right now. So I'm just floating along. I keep praying to God, just keep my boat afloat. Keep my boat afloat. I feel like I'm just floating a boat on the storms of life, instead of treating everything like it's linear, treat it like a wave pool at South Park, and you're in an inner tube in the deep end with this, you can touch the ground a little bit. You can touch the ground a little bit. Nobody's ever gonna watch this. If you do, you're amazing. God has put a time together such as this. I have no idea. Anyway. But the path of the just is like the shining sun, that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, give attention to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to all their flesh. Word. It doesn't say word, but whatever. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. Put away from you a deceitful mouth, and put perverse lips far from you. Let your eyes look straight ahead, and your eyelids look right before you. Ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established. Do not turn to the right or the left. Remove your foot from evil. That's what I say to my cat. Alright. The peril of adultery. Chapter 5. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Lend your ear to my understanding, that you may preserve discretion, and your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lay hold of hell. A 418A legal. What is it? I'm sorry, 55A or Sheol. That's like Sheal. Where's that O? I'm sorry. Sheol. Sheol. Her steps lay hold of hell. Lest you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable. You do not know them. Therefore hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your ears to the cruel one, lest aliens be filled with your wealth, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner, and you mourn at last, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, How I have been, how I have hated instruction, and my heart despised correction. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to those who instructed me. I was on the verge of total ruin in the midst of the assembly and congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, streams of water in the streets, let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth, as a loving deer and a graceful doe. Oh, I'm going to say it, but let her breast satisfy you at all times, and always be enraptured with her love. For why should you, my son, be enraptured by an immoral woman, and be embraced in the arms of a seductress? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He shall die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Dude, reading the Bible does something to you. I mean, neural pathways, neuroplasticity, all that fun stuff. That happens. Like, if you sit there and you kind of read through it. Bonk. Suddenly my apartment's haunted, or it's just gravity. Oh. Bonks. Alright. Hold on. I don't know. Thank you. This is what I wanted to do like all week. My mom totally is not happy with me having strong opinions, and I think neither is the world, and that's not what Jesus would be like. He wouldn't be a jerk about it. I just feel insulted, I guess. And the Bible says don't be offended by anything. They know not what they do. They don't realize the gravity of it. Like, they don't see the expansive bigger picture of what all this stuff was to so many generations that fostered this energy and like contributed to the world today. We look at it like it's a 2D Timu suncatcher. Like it's disposable. We're living on the edge of intelligence and we're just bored. Who's bored with me? You want some truth that's been true for ages, for generations, so much so that a species got to today to this level of advancement? Nobody's gonna watch us. If you watch us, you're freaking awesome. I love you guys. Okay. Let's see where we are. This is all important. Here, just play it in the background. At least you're not alone. You know, I was just chilling alone too. Everybody's just chilling alone. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Independent. My mom thinks that I love Trump or something, or that I'm MAGA, just because I'm not left. It's so weird. That's why she disowned me. And I'm like, trying to tell her, like, read the Bible again, oh my gosh. People only respect Trump because they have to. The Bible says respect your leader if they're not doing anything anti-biblical. And he clearly has done things anti-biblical. And I don't respect him. So, I see it too. He's a child. Sorry, Trump. But, dear Trump, if you ever hear this, if this ever went so far into the future, I don't know, probably dead, I hope so. Don't put my name on the list, Trump. I'm not here to hurt you, man. Dear Trump, I don't know what's going on with you, but my read on your conduct in the brief segments I've viewed you on black screens, scrying. People, if you know, you know. Anyway, Mr. Trump, do it. Oh, I won't do it, man. The Apprentice, you fired me. I don't mean it. I actually have an admiration for you, Mr. Trump, Donald Trump. That you went straight to Twitter to talk to the people. I thought that was admirable. Because you went straight to the citizens, like, what do you think about this? And, like, your shit's goofy. Oh, I said a word. Your stuff's goofy, man. You're goofy. You're like conducting a circus or something, you know? It's like having an orchestra conductor, but he's at a circus, but he's doing it. He's definitely doing it, and he's doing it well. But it's like, ooh, I don't know what we're going with here. Sorry, Trump. I don't hate you. Dude, when you get out of office, and please get out of office, okay? Do it for you. Go read the Bible. Spend time alone without all these people's voices in your head. Because I can tell you, the world is the voices around you. Dude, the world is the people coming at you, and how many voices are coming at you, and suddenly it's a popularity thing, but it's really about loudness. It's not about content, and the processing speed of information now is abysmal. It's like the book feed. Anyway, shout out Alex Duffy. You're freaking cool. Oh wait, she's married now. I have a bad memory. Bad things happened to me. I had to be put on medication. I've been on medication like throughout different periods of my life, and they all snowballed into something bigger till God sorted it all out. So, I'm doing okay now. Yay! Thank you, God. Oh man, what a journey it's been. What a journey it's been. What I really want to do is make a cushion of life so I never experience the feeling of thinking like I'm going to be homeless and nobody loves me and all that kind of thing again. To the people who've actually been homeless, dude. I have felt it. Like, my whole life has always been a threat. Like, you're gonna be. My whole life. Even as a kid. So, it's, like, always been in my head, like, prepare for that. Get a tent. Get emergency supplies. You might have to live in the woods. You might have to live in the woods. Do you have a friend? Yeah, I made an imaginary one. And then I got crazy and delusional. It was wild. It was really sad. Well, I'm not going to blame my parents. And I'm not going to blame God, even though God did it. You know what I mean? Now that it's over, I'm like, oh, that was what all that chiseling was. You know? Oh. Chisel, dig, and it's like, ah, but he's like carving you into something beautiful. You know what I mean? Carving. Where are we? I already told you about the peril of adultery. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. His own iniquities entrap him. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He shall die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. So look. So big. Whoa. Oh my. You're so big. You're so handsome. Hi, baby. You're the handsomest handsome boy. But so is your brother. Because I love you both infinitely. And it just keeps happening. Alright. Chapter 6. Dangerous promises. My son, if you become surety for your friend, if you have shaken hands and pledged for a stranger, you are snared by the words of your mouth. You are taken by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, and deliver yourself. For you have come into the hand of your friend. Go and humble yourself. Plead with your friend. Give no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, and like a bird from the hand of the fowler. A. 6.5a, that is, one who catches birds in a trap or snare. The folly of indolence. You guys know what indolence is? Anybody? The folly of indolence. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which, having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer, and gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. The wicked man. A worthless person, a wicked man walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with his eyes, he shuffles his feet, he points with his fingers. Perversity is in his heart. He devises evil continually. He sows discord. Therefore his calamity shall come suddenly. Suddenly he shall be broken without remedy. These 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him: a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift in running to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. Ooh. Beware of adultery. My son, keep your father's command, and do not forsake the law of your mother. Bind them continually upon your heart. Tie them around your neck. When you roam, they, 622, literally it. 622. They will lead you. When you sleep, they will keep you. And when you awake, they will speak with you. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law a light. Reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep you from the evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a seductress. Do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her allure you with her eyelids. For by means of a harlot a man is reduced to a crust of bread, and an adulteress, 626, literally a man's wife that is of another, and an adulteress will prey upon his precious life. Can a man take fire to his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals, and his feet not be seared? So is he who goes into his neighbor's wife. Ugh. Whoever touches her shall not be innocent. That's disturbing. People do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy himself when he is starving. Yet when he is found, he must restore sevenfold. He may have to give up all the substance of his house. Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. Wounds and dishonor he will get, and his reproach will not be wiped away. For jealousy is a husband's fury. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will accept no recompense, nor will he be appeased though you give many gifts. 7. My son, keep my words, and treasure my commands within you. Keep my commands and live, and my law as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your nearest kin, that they may keep you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words, the crafty harlot. For at the window of my house I looked through my lattice, and saw among the simple, I perceived among the youths, a young man devoid of understanding, passing along the street near her corner. And he took the path to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And there a woman met him, with the attire of a harlot, and a crafty heart. She was loud and rebellious. Her feet would not stay at home. At times she was outside, at times in the open square, lurking at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him with an impudent face, and said to him, I have peace offerings with me. Today I have paid my vows. So I came out to meet you, diligently to seek your face, and I have found you. I have spread my bed with tapestry, colored coverings of Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with love, for my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him, and will come home on the appointed day. With her enticing speech, she caused him to yield. With her flattering lips, she seduced him. Immediately he went after her, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks. A. 722a. Septuagint, Syriac, and Targum read, as a dog to bonds. Vulgate reads, as a lamb to bonds. Till an arrow struck his liver, as a bird hastens to the snare. He did not know it would cost his life. Now therefore listen to me, my children. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths. For she has cast down many wounded, and all who were slain by her were strong men. Her house is the way to hell, or Sheol, descending to the chambers of death. Wow, that was a lot. Maybe we'll start on 8 tomorrow. What do you think? Hold on. It's only been an hour. Well, maybe I'll do these for fun, so I don't feel so alone. Yeah. Alright, create a poll. Okay, I'm gonna have some fun. Hello! My name is Brittany. What can I ask? Do you like cheese? Option. Yes. I need another option. What kind of cheese? Okay. Save. Tag. What can I tag this as? Bible. Bible word cross. Co-stream. I have nobody on here. Alright, well, I don't feel any less alone. If you ever watch this, thank you. Appreciate you. Alright, have a good night. Bye.